Hey, I am recording this 2 days after the heartbreaking shootings in Christchurch, New Zealand. And I have been having conversations with people about what looks like the world falling apart. And I've even talked to somebody who was looking for somewhere in the world safe to go live, to move out of the US and find some place that's more aligned, safer, saner, whatever words you want to use. And I want to share that there is so much reason to hope. There are very powerful, strong movements, including things like the new leadership that is embracing more of the feminine energy so that there is more balance and more representation in the US government, finally, of voices from people who are not the stereotypical senators and Congress people. And then there's the example of the Prime Minister from New Zealand and her strong, compassionate leadership in this time, calling for real change. There are things like, I was so touched by the videos of the Maori group who did the haka at one of the mosques. And if the indigenous people can say, these newcomers are our community too, that gives a strong message to the people who came after the Maori and before this group of Muslim immigrants, or the Muslim people, they live there. And there are things like, I have watched several episodes of the new season of Queer Eye this weekend, and seeing these models of healthy masculine energy, just like the Maori saying, it's important that we have self-love and compassion and embracing people who may look or seem different, knowing that we are truly all connected and coming from a place of love rather than fear. So those are all reasons to have hope. And beyond that, I have hope because I see that things are falling apart. There is a new wave of consciousness coming into the earth, a new level of awareness and consciousness. And it's like when you're cleaning your house and things look worse before they look better. And the deeper the cleaning, the worse it looks in the middle. Like if you're just doing a surface clean, it doesn't get so bad in the middle. But when you're doing that really deep level clean, things get really messy and chaotic on their way to getting better than they were when you started. And that's what's happening in our country and in the world right now. Structures that no longer are serving their intended purpose at the level that this new level of consciousness will need and demands are falling apart, including the college scandal that just came out last week. All of these things are systems breaking down so that they can reorganize at a higher level. And that is reason to be hopeful. I'm not saying it's not scary. I'm not saying that sometimes it can feel big and maybe even overwhelming. And underneath that fear, underneath those moments of what's happening, see if you can find a level of trust. Trust that the universe really does love us. Trust that things always move in the direction of growth, in the direction of expansion, in the direction of higher consciousness. And it's because this is in the works that things look so messy right now. Things that were not fair, were not just, continued for decades. And now they're falling apart because something better is on its way. You know, whether you've actually given birth or just seen it dramatized in TV shows, you may know that there comes a point when most mothers are saying, I can't do this, I'm not going to make it, tell the baby that I loved it, when they feel so certain they're going to die. And what a lot of people don't know is that that is a sign that the birth is imminent, that things are really progressing, but it feels like such a low point. And that's where we are now. And what that is the death of the identity of the mother as her pre-mother self. And anything that we're holding on to that isn't in alignment with what's coming. So in that case, in alignment with being the mother to this new child, that has to fall away so that we can be at the level of what's coming. And in the situation that I'm talking about tonight, so that we can be in alignment and in resonance with this new consciousness, this higher level of consciousness. The best thing you can do for yourself and for your communities, whatever groups you're connected with, is as much as possible, stay connected with this sense of hope, with this belief that things are working out. Absolutely be real. If there are times when you need to just sit and cry, times when you need to acknowledge the stuff that's coming up in you, because this is going to bring up your old fears. What's happening in the world is going to touch on anything unresolved that you have. And that's good because it gives you a chance to feel it and release it. If you need help with that, there's so many people doing this work right now. I've got a book, I've got a group that I work with every month. Find who resonates for you. Find support for this because this is a huge opportunity to let go of what's been weighing you down and prepare for this new level of what's coming in. You want to be at the forefront of this wave. And you want to let go of the fear so that you are living in love and possibility. The most important thing to do right now, like I said, be hopeful and be real. Spend time in quiet with yourself. Let yourself connect with your own truth because that's going to be the best guide for you. Like I said, reach out if you want support. This is an amazing time, and it will be amazingly scary and amazingly wonderful, both. And this is really living, hiding away, hoping, pretending, reacting out of fear, which will also often look like anger. People who are coming out as angry are in truth fearful. So watch yourself. It's easy to look out there and see what other people are doing and point fingers and, oh, this group and that person, and they're being fearful. But what's important is to look inside and see where each of us is being fearful and how are we contributing to the bigger conversations. What are we being a voice for? What are you being a voice for? And do the hard work, the exciting work, the real work of connecting with yourself and bringing out more and more of yourself into the world. So I'm going to be making more videos and showing up more. And I would love it if you subscribe, if you follow me on Instagram or Facebook, and let's together help build the wave of possibilities for what we want to see brought out in the world. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll be with you again soon. Bye.